I've been watching anime since I was 14, and nowadays it's feeling like there's nothing to watch. So I had an algorithm generate me a list of 4 anime, and then I got a 5th recommendation from a friend. So today I'm going to give you my thoughts on these 5 anime. Stick around to see number 5. The objective of this video is to give you my initial thoughts of each show after watching the first few episodes. If I like it, watch the whole thing and then give my thoughts on that. We'll start with a friend's recommendation of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. Originally a manga that's still going, the anime adaptation was released in 2023 to extreme critical acclaim. It's my anime list's golden child right now, and it's not hard to see why. With 28 episodes, this is a good length for anime casuals like myself, and good for people who can dedicate themselves to a longer series. And I'd say this didn't really capture me at first, but by episode 8 I was hooked. The slice of life here is only a little slice of life-esque. The unique setting makes the genre acceptable, and the fact there's an overarching goal, I'd say that makes it quite useful to tell the story. The fighting mechanics here are pretty well thought out. I like the idea of the magic evolving and changing over time, and the idea of mana concealment. The characters here are interesting, and the most interesting ones show up for the latter half of the season for the required anime tournament arc. Overall, I'll give it a 8.5 out of 10. You're Under Arrest is a show about a new girl who joins a police agency in Japan and the ups and downs associated with it. There's a full series, but for this video it generated me the OVA version, which is good in its own right. For starters, the animation and art style is very late 80s, early to mid 90s, and the dub is one of those where it's definitely not that great, but you can tell they all had fun making it.
You've got nerves of steel. I like that in a woman.
What a cornball.
That's me, and I like it here. This is a happening place, and everybody seems really cool.
The art here looks really nice, and this anime is full of well-drawn scenes. Man, what if the police were cool and helpful like this in real life, you know? For a police propaganda show, it's quite wholesome sometimes. And also the main character girl sounds like Hakusho girl. Just a little bit.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Even in this heat, you still got it going on. So late, I'll catch you later. Ah! Oh no!
I love propaganda. Appleseed XIII is the worst looking anime I have ever found on my own accord. It is a CGI adaptation of the science fiction manga of the same name. That's right, a CGI adaptation. I wasn't even able to pay too much attention to the story while watching. However, I'll let ChatGPT describe the story to you.
Appleseed XIII is a 2011 anime adaptation based on Masamiune Shiro's Appleseed manga. The story is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity struggles to rebuild civilization. The series follows Dunin Newt, a skilled soldier, and her cyborg partner, Briarios Hekatonkyres, as they work together as members of the SWAT team in the futuristic utopian city governed by an advanced artificial intelligence system called Gaia and the ruling council known as the Bioroids, genetically engineered humans designed to maintain stability and peace. Despite Olympus' vision of harmony, tensions arise between humans and Bioroids, as some factions view the city's reliance on artificial intelligence and engineered beings as a threat to humanity's autonomy. Dunin and Briarios are tasked with protecting the city from external and internal threats, including terrorist organizations and conspiracies that aim to disrupt the fragile balance. The narrative of Appleseed XIII explores themes such as the relationship between humanity and technology, the moral implications of genetic engineering, and the price of peace in a society striving for perfection. Throughout their missions, Dunin and Briarios face personal challenges as they confront their own identities and roles in a rapidly changing world. The series also interweaves elements of Greek mythology, referencing the 12 labors of Hercules as symbolic parallels to the struggles faced by the protagonists, adding a layer of allegory to the story.
Now that sounds really cool, right? The problem is watching it. Imagine if Final Fantasy X and Borderlands clashed to create an art style, but in like the worst way possible, and it was 2011 CGI. I can't even rate this properly. Yoshihiro Togashi is more well known for some of his later and more interesting work, like Hunter x Hunter, but some of the classics are still worth checking out. Yu Yu Hakusho is about a school delinquent whose life ends abruptly when he has to 1. Cope with the fact he's dead, and 2. Find a way back. It seems like a reasonably interesting premise, but in practice, I feel like the show just takes a while to really get going, and the voice acting seems spotty, and on top of that, the art style looks good for individual frames, but I don't know if it necessarily fits being animated, if that makes sense. And I just couldn't get through it. Past the 3rd episode, it just felt like so many unnecessary things kept happening one after another. I don't know, maybe I'll just have to reapproach when I'm in a different state of mind, but I just couldn't get through this one, guys. Aldnoah.Zero is a mid-mecha anime, where a parallel universe of humanity creates space colonies after Apollo 17, most notably on Mars and some other shit, and then they declare independence from Earth. See, it sounds interesting, and, you know, it might be, but the art style doesn't fit the serious tone the show so desperately wants to go for, and the characters do nothing but just kind of be there. And, I mean, in comparison to another similar show, I felt like Code Geass's characters were a little off, but as far as expression go, these characters are just weird. And honestly, if I watch the whole show, I might think it's okay. My anime list rates it about a 7.3, which really, the MAL spectrum from 1 to 5 is bad, 5 to 7.5 is mid, and 7 to 8 is good, and 8 plus is great, usually. But for the first few episodes that I watched, I guess I would probably rate this like a 6 out of 10. Anyway, those are my thoughts and opinions on this first 5. Let me know if you want another one of these videos. Let me know if I should revisit any or if I'm fucking up. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if this video is too short for you. I just wanted to put something out because it's been a minute. Peace.